So when I seen Roman come out of nowhere, I was like, wait. And he speared the hell out of LA Knight. You hear me? And I was like, that's the best spear I've seen him do. And I don't even know how long. But you know what? First of all, I forgot to mention this. Jade looked good, okay?
Nah, bro.
Like,
I can contest it. It's
Charlotte
just that he's too fat.
And most women that she wrestles is smaller than her. Like, not smaller, but shorter than her. So to have her come up to Jade and they the same height, and I said they probably got the same inch heels. I said, for her to see eye to eye with her, like literally, that's the crazy part. Because someone was like, Charlotte found somebody. They was like, oh, they about to stir something up. And I was like, I hear what y'all saying, but I don't hear what y'all saying. And I love Jade. You know what I'm saying? And I know she sounded motivated and she wants to learn and take her time. And I feel like y'all need to let her do that because y'all trying to throw her in there with Bianca or Charlotte. Like, or Oscar, I feel like she need to go work her way up. Like, you defeat Dewdrop and them, then you could move up to like Tegan and Natalia. Then you could move up to like Becky and Nia Jackson, Bayley and Iyo. Then you move up to who was I gonna say? Rhea and Charlotte and Bianca and Oscar. Like then that's when you get up there. But work your way down and go up because if it don't make sense and they start her up here and then they like, okay, that don't work. Then you gotta start her down here and then the crowd gonna be like, then it's not gonna make sense to them. Well, to me it won't. Then they'll be like, why the hell why is she fighting these people when she just fought Charlotte? Like, and I know everyone is equal and stuff like that, but you still have mid card, lower card, like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like when she come out, you should let her come out how she do as Storm or whatever, but start her like mid card. Then that way, if she is, have her be like Dolph. When Dolph was like, she's so versatile that he could wrestle mid card one week, wrestle someone that was new, and next week people wouldn't bat an eye, and then main event like a WrestleMania, people wouldn't bat an eye. Like, make her versatile like that. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed my wrestling and rants. I think it might have been more rants today than wrestling. My hair is a mess. You can see the gray coming out. I'm about to go to bed. My son is over here playing 2K. He about to give up playing this because I think it's 11 o'clock. He can go play upstairs while I watch TV. Probably fall asleep on his couch. Yes. But anyway, love you all. Bye. Everyone knows it's going to be her, right? So it's not her. KO comes out. I'm like, I was like, wait. I thought he was just coming to interrupt Dom because, you know. And when I saw the KO shirt in blue, then I saw the blue shoes, I said, oh. But then my next thought was like, so what's going to happen with Sammy? Okay? And B was like, I'm glad they're splitting them up so KO can't portray Sammy or vice versa again. And then I was like, poor KO, because he down there ain't got no allies that we know of in Smackdown. And he got to deal with the bloodline. Now, he over there by himself. So, that's going to be interesting to see. Also, when they was, LWO was caring for Carlito, I was like, so did they just induct him into LWO? Like, or is it just something that, you know, doesn't have to be said because we already know he's gonna be in LWO. Okay. Then I was like, and I asked this for NXT on Tuesday because I actually watched it, and I watched Raw. It's a lot. I watched it on Hulu though, so of course I had to go on YouTube and finish watching certain stuff, which I hate.
Alright, baby.
Okay, this is what I hate about Hulu. I hate the fact that Fox, I guess, shows all of the shows. They could watch a 2-hour segment of SmackDown, the whole thing, nothing's omitted. Now, Well, Hulu, because I've tweeted this and they've responded, and it's been the same answer every time. When I watch Raw, I'll be like, Raw is a 3-hour show. Well, even with commercials, it should come down to like 2 hours and 30 minutes. Y'all only give us an hour and a half. So, with that being said, I'm either missing 2 matches in a segment. I'm missing 3 parts. It'd be like 2 promos and a match, or 2 matches and a promo.
Hey, your boy.
And I have to go
Back
figure
up
out,
is
because
on
like when I
2K24.
watch, or they, at the beginning of each show, they show like highlights of the week before, and I was like, when did that happen? Or I watch like Raw's highlight top 10 moments. I'm like, wait. So they was like, USA only gives them an hour and a half. So I'm like, bet, because I wanted to watch NXT. So my son and I watched it Wednesday because he went to the ER and stuff. Tuesday and we hardly get no sleep. Even still, we were exhausted. So we watch it on Wednesday, and I'm sitting here tweeting, and then I'm like, why is it only an hour? Like, why? And she was like, this is what WWE USA give us. And I was like, that don't make no sense. Y'all give hour and a half for Raw, which is 3 hours. Give SmackDown the whole 2 hours. Won't give NXT 2 hours. Even if you give them the same time as Raw, because they're both on USA, give them an hour and a half and just cut out one thing. Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, I hate it. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying before that because I got pissed off. So, okay, KO. Yeah, I was like, what's gonna leave KO? He don't have a lot of allies. And then Carlito and LWO. So like we just assuming that he's part of LWO. Like everybody that's so then after that, yeah. Cole made a joke. I don't think a lot of people caught it because he said whoever wins this match will have to face their Judgment Day. Okay, speaking of, something's really wrong with Pretty Deadly, okay? Because why my man been out for about 6 to 8 weeks, and every week they show a segment, he is in a wheelchair. And I was like, ain't nothing wrong with your legs, dog. Like, you had a shoulder injury. And then Corey gonna sit there and try to justify to myself, you try to ever move, do stuff with one arm? Yes. Yes. If you have kids, especially if you have toddlers, especially when they get to that clingy stage and they don't want you to put them down, or they want to be all beside you, have their arms wrapped around your leg, or you got or a baby and you try to hold them with one arm and like do laundry with the other, or especially moms, or like cook with one arm and hold them or something like that. Like, yeah, I know how to, yeah, but it ain't like that. Like, and then the hashtag Elton Strong, and then he come out, and I'm like, what is wrong with him? Like, it is given New Day for the younger people, because I'm like, they have the comedy of New Day, but I don't know who their wrestling skills would be like. And of course, like I said, my son went crazy when Jay came out. It was so cute. They showed the kid that could receive Cody belt, because he was super excited. And I was like, Natalia does the same thing with her glasses. She always gives them to a child, which is cute. It's always interesting too to see the undisputed champions, how they hold their belts when they come out. So Jay and Jimmy would hold it over their shoulders. Now when it was KO and Sammy would wear both. And I was like, how do you do that? And I think KO had both on one shoulder. Like the Usos had one on each shoulder. And then when it was a Judgment Day, whatever show they was on would be the belt they would wear, especially Damien, which is I liked his version. Whatever show he wore, like, so if he was on Raw, he'll wear the Raw belt and then tuck the SmackDown belt on the side, and vice versa. And then with Jay and KO, like Jay wears his both over each shoulder, and then Cody has both his tucked on one arm because his entrance. He got to do the and then after he passed out the belt, I, when he goes whoa, I think he holds both of them up, one on each arm. Then after he passes out his belt, or he puts them back both on one arm after that. Then after he passes out his belt, I don't know what he does with it. And then when they had their fight, I'm like, I'm getting two fights mixed up. Okay, so what? Okay, after the Cody and the Jade fight, they have it. Oh, what happened? Where does who holds Cody's coat? Just like who holds Charlotte's robe? I'm getting tired now because I'm talking in circles. And then the judgment, when he told Jimmy to handle it, and he was like, Solo, go after them. He was like, I thought honestly, part of me was like, Jay, they gonna come up and sabotage this match and cause Jay and Cody to lose. But sadly, they didn't. Not sadly, because it's not sad, but they didn't. So it's sadly because my opinion was wrong. But they came out later. And then I was like, but why are they coming out to Roman music though? That's the part that had me confused for a second. Then Roman came out and was like, you on my show. This is my show. And I'm like, that man stressed out. He got KO on the show. He got Cody on the show. He got Cena on the show. He got LA Knight. And I was like, he ain't even really get to address nothing that he wanted to address. If he did want to address something, it ain't get addressed tonight. So after that, and then someone was like, oh snap, Jay's up there having to face his brothers. All three of them look like triplets. And yeah, that part. And then LN versus Brawling Roots, which I tweet this every week or just about every week. I gotta learn that hand thing Butch do. If you could learn pressure points, like how they teach you in fighting, put someone to sleep, or that hand thing, you ain't gotta really punch nobody in the face ever in life. Okay? I think they showed my brother, but he was in the military, how to put someone to sleep. Like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, my son's uncle, one of his uncles asked to be put to sleep. Because his dad and him was out at a club event or something, and one of the bodyguards was 5'5" Marine, but he did jiu-jitsu. And he knows different like pressure points, how to put people to sleep. And his uncle, like a slow one, asked him to sleep. And he put him to sleep in the middle of the club. And he woke up and like, what happened? Like, don't play. Like, what is wrong with you? It's always somebody in the family. I feel like, especially guys that be like, I want to see. Always. But yeah, I gotta learn a hand thing. And then he tried to play, Riddle tried to play like their back was hurt and stuff. And for a while, the acting was good because I honestly believed it until what's the name went over there, Kit, is that his name? And then Jessica was like, "Oh no, we can't do the match." And I was like, "No, we can do the match." And he ended up pinning, I think Butch. Excuse me. And then yeah, he ended up pinning Butch. And that was that. And I'm saying a lot of stuff out of order because I'm trying to remember it as I go. Because some of the stuff I want to say, I've said ahead of the synchronized part. And of course, I say LA Knight gear gives me 90s action star, which very much so does with them glasses. And then, but I was like, not with the Timbs out though. And then when he fought Solo at the end, I said, is his wrestling boots Jordans? Like Jordan inspired? And I wonder if Solo get tired or his feet hurt from walking out there barefoot. Because me, I'm not walking out nowhere barefoot. Like, I don't know what people been doing before I got there. And yeah, you got people that clean the stadium. But how well do they clean the stadium? That's like when I seen something on Dateline talking, was it ABC's Dateline? when the people came and had a red, had a stamp that you had to see with a black light, and they put the ABC logo on it or something like that, and they came back and asked for the same room to see if the sheets would change, because they said a lot of people that work in hospitality don't change the sheets if they look dirty. I was like, that's trifling as hell, because you don't know what I did on those sheets the day before, and then I checked out, and then somebody else sleeping on the same sheets. And you know what's crazy? When I first watched Todd, the Christy Knows Best show, Todd used to go, like when him and Savannah, she used to go to her pageants. He used to call housekeeping and ask them to change the sheets in front of him. And his kids was like, you crazy. But after I seen that on, I think it was Dayline. I was like, I believe it now. I said, certain stuff people do, you fall crazy when you realize why they do it. That's why. Because the one dude came back and it was the same sheets. And then they came back and asked him for a statement. And he's like, hold on, let me get the manager, and never came back. Kind of find out he was the manager. Like, that's struggling. Like, I was like, if that was me in the hotel, I would sue. Because why you not, you could technically sue. That's a health issue. You don't know what kind of feces is on there, hair on it. If people, men and women got body parts from being having sex. Like, you don't know what. Okay. So, that's why I wouldn't go off barefoot wrestling. I don't care how much money they paying me. Like, him and Riddle are good ones, because there's no way in hell I would do that. Like, it's no way. I go out there in some socks, but I'm not coming out there barefoot. And I don't care how much you wrap your feet. It's still parts of your feet that ain't covered. Like, that ain't it. Okay? Did the whole thing. They fought. It went on for a little while. Solo, like his lip was busted or something like that. And then LA did some move. First of all, LA picked up Solo's number. I was impressed. But LA did some move.
Oh my God.
And Solo ain't turned his head in time. I said, oh, he hit him in the head for real. And then I know it's casualties like that in wrestling. It happens on accidents. But I was like, ooh, glad it wasn't no harder. And then watching him wrestle just makes me think about an interview his brothers had. And they was like, they thought he was going to go pro. And he was like, he was really good. And if anyone was to be the one to make it, they thought he was going to make it. And then before he came to NXT, I watched
Bro, I can lock your big man down, bro.
Video of him on YouTube, because like I said, I followed him because I followed their dad on Instagram, and I knew about his wrestling school and stuff like that. So he was talking about, they asked him what would he do if he didn't pick wrestling, and he said a football coach. So I'm like, now I feel like I gotta go find old football clips of him playing. Like, how much of a beast was he? Because he has the stature. So you know, if he played defense, he was blocking the hell out of somebody. Okay? Well, I'm like, he just decided to go into family business, which I'm not mad at. But I'm like, just imagine. Just like, because then if I see some clips and I'm like, bro, you was a beast like that? Like, that would have been crazy. Okay? So then Jimmy come out and try to mess up the match, of course. And then I don't even know where the hell Cena came from. Cena came out and gave Jimmy an attitude adjustment. And I said, I know Cena. I said, if I was Jimmy, I'd be tired of getting these attitude adjustments, because they look like they hurt like hell. And you older too. Like, Jimmy ain't this. Everybody's older, and you getting that, and that's a thin piece of like padding and then unmatched all that wood. I know that hurt. I was like, and then after that, Solo spiked him or whatever, and then LA won the match, which before Solo started teaming up with his family, he was undefeated. Ever since he started tag teaming with like Roman and Jimmy and all them, he done lost matches. He done lost the ones he tagged with him with too. Your mouth messed up. Anyway.
How much BC do you have?
What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So then after that, it was which Dom had a segment. So Hispanic Heritage Month. Like I'm so happy that they represented. Like so that's what. And then Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly. First of all, Brawling Brutes, especially Butch, has been fighting NXT and Smackdown for the longest.
What was it?
Second of all, where the hell is Sheamus at? I don't think we've seen Sheamus since he fought Edge. And I don't even know how many months ago that was, because Edge or Adam has been on AEW for at least a month probably right now. Okay? At least 2 weeks.
Hey, check your
so ain't no telling how long. When was that match? I don't know if he injured. My man's is injured. If he on vacation. Like if his wife and him just had a baby. Like he just had the match and was just gone. Like, do he be at the house shows, or he just don't, and not on live TV right now, or? But you know what I noticed too in the past 16 months is when Drew has a storyline with someone. Normally Sheamus doesn't. He's not on TV. And if Sheamus has a storyline with someone, Drew really isn't on TV. It's either one or the other. It's never really both at the same time, except for when they were the Banger Bros last year. Also, with the season premiere and these two managers, I hope that this year, especially in the month of October, is better. Because when I tell you I took LJ to his first event 2 years ago, my baby had RSV. We found out. No, that was last year. Matter of fact, that was last October. So we went to Charlotte on the 25th. That was one of the most boring shows ever, because the storyline and the story, I know you bring people out from where they're from, but it didn't make sense. Like, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all come to Charlotte again for Raw, and of course Charlotte's going to be there, let her be in a dark match. She ain't got nothing to do with the Raw women's storyline. Like, and let Cedric, because he's from there, be in the dark match. And let R-Truth be. And when is he coming back? Because he is hilarious. Okay? Be in a dark match. All the three of them from Charlotte live in Charlotte. Braun is from around Charlotte. That area. Let him be in a match. Because he's on Raw. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. He Ricochet tag team partner. Speaking of partners, when they was like, oh, we bringing somebody SmackDown, I'm like, okay, it's Joe, me, Jade, everybody. Hey, y'all, what's up? So, welcome to Wrestling and Rants for everyone who has not known. And for everybody that knows me, that knows Wrestling and Rants, knows that I have just got back watching SmackDown. No, it's not going to take me that long. Talking to my son. I just got back into watching wrestling 16 months ago, after 10 years, I think, of not watching. And then, because my son, I try to do stuff to stay connected to my son. So, so this is one of the things that I do to stay connected to him. Also, so it's a lot of stuff that I missed out on. And in the past 3 years, especially during I had to go back and look at highlights from like the Bloodline story and then the Jey Uso story, which is different. The Jey Uso one came out last month, and I watched it with my son on YouTube, and there was some stuff in there that wasn't in the Bloodline story that was like, I don't remember that. Or like, I think it was one like KO fought him or something like that, and I was like, they didn't say that in the Bloodline highlights, but you know, that's how I got in touch with my son's favorite is of course the Bloodline of Usos. He loves Jay. Every time he comes out now and he gets super hyped, he lost his breath. Okay,
I don't really play that much.
Jay, you hear him? Yeah. Jay came out to defend his title with Cody. Bro. I think his entrance was 2 minutes. Really my son was jumping up and down as soon as this thing music came out and doing this and then when the music stopped, he shout out to Austin Oh, Mike Romero, is how you say that? Listen,
I'm done.
and I tweet this every week, and he retweets me. The way he says Cody's name, okay? Like Sam got it, okay? Sam is great in the years that she's been doing this, you know. And now that I've heard him say Roman Reigns, I don't know. I don't know about the Roman Reigns thing, but I do know when it was Edge and Cody, Mike gotta say it only. I said, can he just say all the live events for Cody? If not, can he just pre-record him for when Cody comes out? Because for me, when Imperium comes out, when Roman comes out, when Chelsea Green comes out, okay, Sam got that. It's another person, but she got that. The other ones could be interchangeable, but the American Nightmare. And then I heard Homegirl, I think her name Alex or Alexa on NXT announce him, and I like her version too. She does the grunt like Mike does, but when after he goes American Nightmare, he goes Cody Rhodes like regular. She still growls when she says his first name. She's like Cody. I said ooh, so I ain't never heard that version. But then from what I think I heard that she's a rock artist and stuff like that, and you know, people that know music knows that rock stars do a lot of growling when they sing outside of gospel. They do a lot of growling and they sing, so that makes sense. But it sounded good. Anyways, the season premiere started today. I honestly don't understand why today was the season premiere, and I've tweeted this numerous times. This or Raw, because my son went straight from watching Raw to playing 2K23. He was playing WWE 2K23. Now he's playing NBA 2K23. But excuse me, I don't understand why it's the season premiere. Logically speaking, this is me. Logically speaking. Okay, first of all, also Wrestling and Rants, I talk about a lot of looks. Okay, and normally my hair is done. The past 2 weeks I have been lazy. Monday my son was fine during the day. He went outside, he went to school, played, and I was gonna do my hair sometime this week. And then Monday night at like 2 a.m. I had to take him to the ER. He was coughing, and my son suffers from post-nasal drip. So when you lay down, if you don't elevate your hair, mucus, he doesn't have any allergies, which is weird, but mucus, his body produces too much mucus when it's colder, so it gets stuck in his throat, which it causes his throat and drop in his chest, and he could catch colds. But now we do neti pot and flush all that out, and we do Flonase and Flovent, which is the inhaler version of the nasal spray Flonase, and he's fine. But last Monday we did that, and he was still coughing out his lungs. And if he coughs too hard, a lot of kids and their lungs get inflamed, they throw up. So when he was coughing, I laid there because we sleep with our doors open. It started when he started sleeping in his own room at 5 because we always co-slept, or we've always stayed in the one bedroom, so we slept together, and he had his own bed, but we slept in the same room. So I was like, I had to say to him, like, okay, our doors are open, mommy can hear everything that's going on. If you need me, you don't have to be searching in the dark. Okay, I need to open my door, just come walk straight in. I hear everything that's going on, you know what I'm saying, all of that. So it's always like that. So when he moves a lot in the bunk beds, and I don't know why I got the metal ones, because I hated it when I was little. Like listening to my brothers or sisters move around in the bunk bed, it moves around a lot. And now I know my mom be like, stop playing on bunk, or stop, go to sleep, I can hear it. And then we be like, how does she know? But so yeah, I had to end up taking him to ER because he got to the point where he was coughing so bad. He sat up and was like, Mom, I don't want to go to bed. So we was there for 2 hours. They tested him for everything. The lady was like, y'all just missed the rush. We instantly got called back. They did the swab and testing for all the viruses, COVID, all that. He number rhino virus. I was like, the hell is that?
6'5" to 6'9".
So he been out all week. Haven't had soccer practice. He plays soccer and basketball. I think did 1 day of basketball practice, 1 day of soccer practice. He had a game tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain, so no soccer game. The basketball game was at the same time. We're not going to that because I already planned to do something after the soccer game before they canceled it. So it's just a mess. But this is why my hair is like, and it looked better this morning, to be honest. Edges are slayed, but Tina do her own thing because my hair is so curly. I straightened it
is like on page
with a blow dryer and stuff. But Tina is curly, okay? I have waves up here and curls back here. And it'll slick down for a little bit, look, curl right back up. But anyways, I digress.
Hey, go down.
So I'm logically, I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, I talk about a lot of looks on here, like a lot of people's hair, what I would have done if I was their image consultant or if I was their cosmetologist, because I went to college and majored in accounting, figured out it wasn't for me, got a degree in human resources. But before my son was born, when I found out I was pregnant with him, I went to cosmetology school too. I've always loved hair. It stems from my mom being the only girl of 5. She has 2 older brothers, 2 younger ones. My youngest uncle that's closest to my age, he's 8 years older than me. And we were like this, passed away. And that's how I found out I was pregnant with my son. 10 years ago. And my mom's mom passed away when she was 1.5. So she was raised by like my great grandparents and my papa, who is no longer here, and he remarried, so she doesn't know how to do hair. She used to always send us. We went to one lady for to get our hair braided. She would pay her $10 a week, $30 a week to braid me and my 2 sisters' hair. My brother just got my stepdad used to just shave his hair at the house, or she would send us on special occasions to a family friend who's a cosmetologist, and that's when I fell in love with it. Being in the studio and stuff like that, the hair salon. And then when I got 10, I learned how to do my own ponytails and the swoop thing because of Leah and all that. But so I talk about a lot of looks, like looks, hair, especially hair and teeth. And looks. So that's the first thing I always notice: teeth and hair when I look at someone's face. Hair and teeth. Then it'll be if they have cheekbones or dimples or whatever. But so yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna try this again without ranting about something random. But I'm trying to figure out why tonight is a season premiere for me. Like, I understand that in a lot of TV shows, season premiere is always in September, October, because they start in the fall. You know, more people watch TV in the fall because it gets darker faster and go out less. And then towards the summer is not as much. And I get that for TV shows. And I understand that Smackdown and Raw have been on for how many ever years? 25, 30 years. But I'm not comprehending it, because if this is the season premiere, I feel like the season premiere should happen the week after the draft, right before Money in the Bank, if that makes sense. Even though we know a lot of people, a lot of superstars are on both brands. They come to both brands. They just don't come out. Like when on July 14th was the last live show when they came here to Raleigh. We saw Cody is on the Raw brand, but we saw him walking backstage because we was on the backstage part, and he did the dark match. So I understand that, a lot of celebrities do both, but like I just don't understand why it's not. Why when you announce people to start a new brand, why is it not in May when they do the draft? Also,
Year is good.
I will say,
I guess we can let you.
I'm getting ahead of myself. No, I might as well say it now. When Triple H came out, first of all, somebody on Twitter said why he got his shirt, always got his shirt unbuttoned, like he's about to go sing a song in the rain like an R&B artist. I can't. I looked. I was like, he got that like grown man swag. That's what that is. Okay, grown man swag. And the good thing about being in your 30s, men or women, is you old enough to date the son or the daddy. If the son is 20 something and the daddy is 40 something, boom, you right in there. You can pick which one you like Regine from Living Single when she was dating both on accident and she didn't know. And then she ended up picking the daddy. If y'all don't know about Living Single, watch it on HBO Max or Hulu with everything. Okay. But yeah, so he had talking about some you getting a promotion, talking about Adam Pearce to Raw General Manager. Excuse me. And I was like, ain't he already the manager for Raw? Like let's be real. The only time he really comes on Smackdown like that is if like it's something that has to do with Theory of Grayson or something with the women. Like when before Bianca hurt her knee, when Bianca wanted to get a match with who was the champion at the time? Asuka, and then Charlotte had the man one. Adam was there to break that up, and then like the Brawling Brutes versus the no longer undefeated A-Town Down Under. Then that's when he's there. But like the Bloodline story, Damage Control story, most of the time they don't be having like him in the mix. But I mainly see him on Raw, you know, because of Chelsea speak to the manager situation and all of that. But it started with Cena, and I was like, I wonder how long he's gonna be here, because in the interview he was basically like, he's gonna stay. His retirement is something soon. He knows he's getting to that age, but he's basically staying until the strike is over with. So we don't even know how long that's gonna be. And I had tweeted, and I was like, no shade. All this stuff is my honest opinion. I don't hate a wrestler or whatever. I know this is what they do as their job. I'm pretty sure that they're awesome people. Some might not be awesome people because people sometimes suck. But Cena came out in this, the first couple weeks, few weeks, it was such a big pop. But I'm like, people so used to be seeing him on TV. Now unless like you're an audience and you're really like want to see him and grew up watching him, it's not exciting no more when he comes out. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like when Roman came out, people like are excited to see him because he's like, how do I put this? Roman is like the Beyonce of wrestling. Well, he said that. He said him and Shield was like, we all the Beyonces of wrestling. I will say Seth would be Beyonce in wrestling because of his work ethic. He has a work ethic of her. And then I can't even think of him. John Moxley, I gotta call him Dean Ambrose, would be Beyonce because of his ruthlessness, his tenacity and all that. You know what I'm saying? Him changing the game to make it work for him. The same with Roman in that aspect, but Roman is like Beyonce because not only is he a record holder like she is with the Grammys, but if you would compare it, he's like one of those people that like she's there, but have you seen her for real? You know what I'm saying? Like she only comes out every once in a while she'll post pictures. Like outside of this tour and the last tour, I forgot when she last toured. But like you don't see nothing. You don't see her for real in person. Like you'll see her put stuff on Instagram about like her having stuff come out, like for her clothing line, Ivy Park or something like that. And you might see random photos of her on vacation, but you don't see her if she ain't touring or doing a war show. That's how Roman is. You don't see him. Like, I'm surprised he's doing a house show tomorrow. And I hope he does one because I think when he was supposed to come here to Fayetteville, he ended up not coming. I don't know if it was a family emergency or one of his kids or something got sick or something, which is understandable because, of course, I have a child, or if he just ain't feel like it. So,
Yeah, for real.
but
Okay.
yeah. So when LA came out, I said LA got the biggest pop. LA got the biggest pop, all both of them. And then I was like, if Cena and Roman get on this ring, because you know Roman came out and talking his trash, this, that, and third. And I said, if it's like previous or what happened prior to, I said Cena gonna eat Roman up in his promo. But he ain't do none of that. He wanted to give congrats, which I think kind of sucked. Like, talk your trash. You used to talking trash. Say what you gotta say. Talk your trash. But that's just me. I'm a little
8.9.
Sometimes I'm like, rah.
Almost a 9, but not dear.
Having a child has changed me a lot because I was very nonchalant, very blunt.
Yeah.
I think it's the DC in me. Along with the accent that I used to have that was stronger, which I don't think I no longer have. But yeah, when he was like, I'm in here to acknowledge you too, I was like, the hell is this going on? What kind of promo is this? So then him and Solo end up getting a match.
J-Mac going to play too.
So when Cena was like, I ain't worked my way up, he was like, I ain't ready for a match basically yet. He was like, I ain't worked my way up to it. And I was like, that don't mean he don't want one. That means he's not having one yet. But he will ask. Okay. And then what happened after that? Because it was supposed to be a season premiere on Friday the 13th. I'm surprised they ain't having no spooky stuff happening. But that happened. And then Jimmy came out and attacked, and Roman looked confused, and then he looked like he was pissed. And then I was like, so is he mad at Jimmy, or is he mad that LA bounced back up like he did? Like what? And when he told LA to handle, Solo to handle it, I said, okay. So then when he talked to Jimmy, we finally got some answers from what Jimmy told us. Now Jimmy could tell us this and be lying. You hear what I'm saying? Like, he could tell Roman this in person, but really got a hidden agenda. We don't know. All the cards ain't been put out on the table. It's his turn to pick. He playing chess with poker players. Or he playing poker. He doesn't show any emotion. Everybody else showing their tail of if they got a good hand or not, basically. Because he basically said he's an assistant tribal chief. Like, when you ain't here, I try to handle stuff. Now, people was like, this is what we was saying the whole time. He didn't want his brother to become tribal chief because he knew he couldn't do it with his brother or the jealousy or whatever. And he wanted to be tribal chief. And I was like, but if he says he's part of the bloodline, why? That's the first thing. Before he came out and attacked Cena and them, I was like, if he said he's part of the bloodline, why he ain't out there with Paul and Solo and Roman? Like, what's that about? But this is how I know he's not on the same agenda as them like that. He just wants to be a part of the group because they're family. Because when Roman had said something about Jay. Now, Roman got that dog mentality. He don't care who it is. They get it, whatever. It is what it is. see you on the street, pop off, whatever. So he was like, we gotta figure out what's going on with Cody and Jay. Like, we gotta take care of that problem. I don't even like the fact they got the titles. And Jimmy like, I'm not about to hit my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy hit Jay. Jay got him back. Jay done went to Raw. Like, we did it that. Like, we good. You know what I'm saying? We just stay out of each other's way. You know? I cheer for him on the side in private. He cheer for me on the side. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, and speaking of, this is how you know that 95% of their life is on the road using their character names. Because when Cody and them was interviewing last Saturday, they said they had some libations. As drunk as Jay was, I was about to call him Josh. I keep about to call him Josh. As drunk as he was like, I'm so proud of Jimmy. It does my heart good. And Solo. And I'm like, I'm surprised he didn't say their real name. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm toe up, depending on where I'm at, I'm not thinking about calling you your nickname. I'm going to call whatever first come to mind. So maybe that's the first thing that came in his mind. But after that, what else happened?
I have an open 2 score.
Yeah, so that match happened. And then Carlito came out with the apple. And Bobby came out, which was a segment, inspiration, the Hispanic Heritage Month, what I'm here for. Because I always say, if you're going to have 6 segments, it could be 6 matches, 6 promos, you know, 4 matches, 2 promos, or segments, whatever. Promos is what I also count as them behind the scenes talking and doing their thing, whatever. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I call it. Or them on the ring with a mic. Whatever. I feel like when we're celebrating the culture, they should have half to majority of the night. Which, surprisingly tonight and all this month, they have been. Because Hispanic Heritage Month ends on Monday. So Monday night will be the last day of Hispanic Heritage Month. So Friday is the last one for Raw. So now think about it, I'm like, is Bobby in versus Carlito? Carlito's Puerto Rican, Bobby's Panamanian. Like, that was a thing, which I'm proud of. Y'all know I'm here for the cultures, okay? I love learning about different cultures and how they contributed to society. And I love hearing people, especially in different like sporting events or wrestling, wear stuff that represents their culture and speak in their language in their native tongue or whatever, because that's what the world looks like. That's what your fan base looks like. And I feel like you need to be true to you. Like, if this is what you grew up as, don't conform to try to fit in, stuff like that. That's not what got you to where you were. And if it did get you where you were from doing that, it's not gonna last that long. You can only be fake for so long. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me. I grew up in a melting pot where I grew up at, and that's always been who I am. I've never been taught to hate anyone or nothing like that. And then growing up in a melting pot on top of that really helped me have a different variety of friends, and not just skin tone, because people think culture and they think race. That's sometimes part of it, but that's not all of it. Like, culture, like where you from, what you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, cultures could be, I'm black, even though people think I'm Hispanic or Dominican or whatever, but, or Indian. Different cultures could be me and 4 other black people hanging out, but I'm from DC, the East Coast. I could be hanging out with somebody from the South, somebody from the Midwest, somebody from the West Coast. And yes, we might, how like on Instagram, be like, oh, we all had the same life. But at the same time, it's different. Because the stuff y'all do over there in the West Coast, we not doing over here in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Or different cultures. You might be Asian, Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? Native American, Black, or different cultures. I'm American, you're Jamaican, you're, you know what I'm saying? You're Haitian, but we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, for those who don't know, that's what that means. So yeah, so I was like, okay, Panamanian's good. And I'm like, so are Street Profits, is everybody trying to be like the bloodline? You know what I'm saying? Like, Bobby called Smackdown his show. I said, everybody calling Smackdown their show. Don't nobody call Raw their show except for Seth. Well, he calls it Monday Night Rawlins, but still, everybody claiming Smackdown. Like, Bobby saying this is his show. He got 2 henchmen like he like the bloodline. Bloodline started this. Daggone Roman. If Roman's, this was Roman's idea to start the bloodline, that, I was about to say that nigga. It's that. That man is a genius, you hear me? For you to come up with that concept, to bring wrestling back to what it is. But not just that, also for different groups to copy you and try to do their version of it. And almost be semi-successful, because now Bobby got that with Street Profits, but this is like Bloodline mixed with Hurt Business. And then Judgment Day basically daggone near copied. Rhea is Roman. If you want to keep it real, Finn will be Solo. Still pissed that he got the North American title and Solo ain't get to hold his that long. Just saying. And then the Judgment Day would have been the Usos. Like, and then you got Gunther and Imperium. Like, you got groups. That is one leader, like Judgment Day, and then the henchman. And if I know it goes far back, further than what he did, probably, because it's always kind of been like that when people come out in groups like DX and all of that, stuff like that. But I'm saying for him to revamp it and make it such a big thing, and now everyone's copying that or trying to, like, you know, trying to emulate it, trying to get titles and stuff like that, to try to get talked about like that. Like, that is crazy. Okay? So then after all of that, Zelina comes out, and Bayley, which I love because they're representing the culture too. You know, she's Puerto Rican, she's Mexican. And you know what I'm ecstatic about? Because I was like, they probably gave Zelina a match because she went viral with her husband, which I was amazed at, because I had to watch that video like 10 times to see what the hell she did. I'm like, she fast as hell. Like, I was like, I don't know if this is sped up in real time or the clip is just short, but I had to look at the way she ended up behind him, above him. Like, it was kind of like, you know how dancers swing their partners, or like cheerleaders swing their partners. It was kind of like that, but in wrestling. And then she toppled, like, picked him up with her arm. I'm like I literally had to watch it 5 times. But I'm glad about that match that Bayley actually won. What I'm not happy about is Iyo's outfit. At first when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's cute. But then I saw them leg warmers and I said, the hell went on with the bottom part? Okay? If you gonna do that, the leg warmers, which I ain't mad at, it's cold as hell outside. Y'all in the Midwest. Midwest get tornadoes and snowstorms. Okay? And heat waves. Okay? I used to live in Nashville, which was in between the East Coast and the Midwest, so we got everything. So I know. What you should have done if you was gonna wear them leg warmers, get the arm warmers, but the jump that connect the thumb, you know what I'm saying, and then stop like right here at the knuckle and come down to the elbow. Get that. Get a cute shirt. Don't, that shirt she had on was cute. But get you a cute shirt that stopped like right here. That could have been like, I'm trying to think of a color. Green would have set it. Green would have been good. But if it was lime green, which is my favorite color, or if it was like yellow, it would have set it off. Even a blue. Like, she would have hit another shirt and arm warmers.
I don't care
or
how around they are.
put a jacket on with the leg warmers and kept the shirt she had, it would have been cute. It would have been cuter. But she messed it up with the leg warmers. Okay. Dakota's outfits have been pretty much same with cute. They've been cute.
Hey, I'm gonna try 15%.
And then when Bayley won, because I was happy she won, because I'm like, we know Bayley's a great wrestler, and I know she's becoming a new Natalia because she's a vet, and she's putting all these people over, and we know Charlotte ain't gonna do it. So, but I'm like, and I'm here for her wanting to see women win, but I'm tired of her losing for real. Like, I know, first of all, some of these people she lost to in the past, she shouldn't have lost to. What they said, 85% of her matches that she did this year, she lost. So that includes the house shows. I'm like, God dang, like what is going on? It was a quick, match because they always cut the women short. And on top of that, season premiere, people had all these segments. Like, of course, when Roman's there, the bloodline gets basically an hour of the 2 hours, just broken up. And then Triple H came, and all that. So, after that, she tried to attack, and then Charlotte came out. And she tried to run, and I was like, why is she running weird like that? But she got them thick wedge heels on. I don't know how I feel about her outfit, to be honest. I really don't. Like, you know who that one piece would be good for? And I've seen her in a red one like that. And I don't know if her and Charlotte went shopping together or if Charlotte gave it to her, but Trinity. Trinity has the backside to fill the outfit out. But I think who else would look good in an outfit like that?
No, I have to quit.
It would be either trying to think of someone from the roster. I don't even remember all the girls. It will honestly will be Bayley because she has hips in the butt. Of course, Jade now that she's on there on WWE. But who else was I going to say? I can't think now. Oh, Bianca. Because Bianca not only has behind, but she has hips. Because even if you have a behind and no hips, even some outfits like one pieces don't look right. Like it gives, but it don't give. Like it don't. And it's that threw me off. And there's also the daggone arm sleeve glove sequence thing. And I was like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, honestly, if it wasn't an arm sleeve, long glove, like dishpan type gloves, it'd have been cute as like short gloves that start up at the wrist, full of sequins. It would have been cuter. That's just me in my personal opinion. I don't know who designs that, but y'all could have saved some fabric.
Hey, hold on. Guys, new VC glitch.
So then,
I know how to do the VC glitch.
Yeah, he named Adam Pearce. We already said all of that. Dom comes out because in the past I was like, I don't know if they cut down his mic or if it's honestly the crowd. So today I got my answer. I was like, oh, it's the crowd. That's what I put the first time because I was like, well, maybe they cut his, because I was like, I could actually hear him this time, even though the crowd was booing. So I was like, well, maybe they cut his mic up higher so that he could be heard. And then when he paused, and Triple H gave him his mic, the crowd got louder. I said, oh, it is the crowd. So it's the crowd, the mics are all the same volume. It's the crowd that boos him, and that's why this man is the number one heel in wrestling. I said, he can't even talk. The fact that you get paid the way he gets paid, probably, I know each wrestler gotta get paid at least 6 figures. The fact that you get paid that much and you can't even talk, that's your job. I just honestly can't. And he's gotten cuter over the past year and a half. I don't know if it's I think it's because his hair grew out some. Because the shaved things ain't cute. And it's the maturity. And you know I like good teeth and a good smile, female or male. Like having yuck mouth ain't it, um, brown and yellow and all that, or having money and you got a whole bunch of gaps. You ain't got trying to get Invisalign. You ain't trying to get traditional braces because you feel like, and especially men feel like, oh, I could pull females either way. Get your teeth fixed. That is bone. Okay? That tells a lot about your health too. Like, get that together. Like, that ain't cute. Like, don't nobody want to be kissing up on nobody or being a different type of intimate with nobody.